What update can you give us on Andre Ward, being that he put it out there that retirement was a possible option for him? What can you tell the fans about Andre Ward right now? What's the situation mentally? Where's he at?
Well, mentally he's fine, but if he wants to retire, I fully support him.
Yeah.
If he wants to fight, I fully support him. You know, I think people have to understand that when you win a gold medal and you go into boxing as a youth, you know, you got a young, enthusiastic kid. I mean, he used to literally sing the HBO song when he was an amateur before he would fight, right?
Yeah. Wow.
You know, just an enthusiastic kid.
Yeah.
You know, when he went through litigation, nobody listened to him. You know, they took it under account themselves and made their own conclusion. Nobody ever stopped and thought to talk to the other side and question the other side. Nobody delved deep inside that situation. And you know, when he would sit at the table and try to explain to him what happened, you just walk away being portrayed as another ungrateful African-American kid who, you know, is not happy with your contract, you know, and other factors that went against you that really should have protected you and did the right thing. It was right there on the table. And to twisting like that, that gives a disappointment in a young man because he went through the due process, and people have to remember he doubled up with Bruce and Tudor. You know, that lets you know how fond he was of Bruce and Tudor. Until there were some things that he just found out, that we found out. It wasn't fair. Tried to explain it. Nobody wanted to listen. They just only wanted to accuse. So that takes a little bit out. And then you come back and forced out of your natural weight class. He's a middleweight. He's not a light heavyweight. If you want us to do this for you, this is what you're going to have to do. Nobody, since he's been fighting, has been forced out of their weight class. You understand? But you tell them, oh, well, you wiped out your weight class. Wait a minute. The Gale Ward would have done much bigger in England than Kovalev Ward. The Eubank Ward would have been much bigger in England than Kovalev Ward. It's new blood in the division, right? So why am I being forced out of my natural weight class, and then you want me to go to this guy who's bigger, longer, stronger, and everything else, so he can make a name off of me? But I'm your gold medalist. You say, name me one gold medalist that's been treated that way. He's never misrepresented himself. He's never brought shame to the sport. He's always articulated well. He's a sharp, upright young man, you know, a real man. You know, no scandals, no anything. It seems like, you know, when we say promoters, you know, you're not a promoter if you can only promote one thing. A promoter should be able to promote anybody if you choose to work with them. But you don't have the vision to promote, then, you know, you can't put it on the fighter. So you force them out of a weight class. So the other guy can make his name off of your gold medalist. And then, when you win the fight, all of a sudden, announcers, writers, and everybody else become judges. They come out of their lane. But we got 3 judges sitting there that saw the fight the same, right? They saw the fight the same. But we have announcers there that says it's in the same good seat. So he got hit, and the TV people show you that he didn't get hit.
Yeah.
You see? So that shows you right there that the deck was stacked against you, that it wasn't supposed to be this way, and that's where the anger was. See, they didn't think or understand who he was. See, he didn't show how good he was that night. He showed who he was that night. See, so when it come time for him to scratch, okay, when it came time for him to tuck it in, he did it against a much bigger man, a hard puncher, and just like the holding. Why would I attack you to hold you? But nobody want to talk about headlock after headlock after headlock. See, nobody want to talk about that at the end of the fight. You fading. You getting ripped up. You fading. But because they provided a cushion and an out for him all the time, he expected that out. He expected to get it. But now I don't like America. Now American hero. You got Merchant saying the same thing. So why wouldn't he want to retire? Why wouldn't he?
Some people point out that since the rematch clause was in the contract already, that he should at least give Kovalev the rematch before retirement, if retirement is indeed what his decision is going to be.
But he doesn't have to. He doesn't want to. You see, that's what people want. That's what they want. But just what I explained to you, why wouldn't he think about retiring? If you were on a job, your job was treating you that way, you think about getting another job, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
And everybody else out there. See, if HBO all of a sudden went to their broadcast crew and started mistreating them and said Showtime is outdoing you guys and blah, blah, they be thinking about something else. See? So you get a fighter, through litigation, you didn't listen to him. You put the blame on him. Then you force him out of a weight class that he doesn't belong in. Giving up 14 pounds and all this kind of stuff. Height, reach, power. Then he shows you what he's made of. And because it didn't work the way you wanted to work, and they didn't see it, he gets ridiculed for that. See? So, where's the incentive? It's not about a rematch. It's about, do you appreciate me? Yeah. You see? It's not about a rematch. It's about, do you appreciate me? Because you have to look at it like this. If he retires today, he's going in the Hall of Fame. He's done what he's supposed to do business-wise. He's going to be comfortable the rest of his life. He loves his family. He has options after boxing. He just got on over there in England on a broadcast team that loves him, treats him well. Here he broadcasts and is told that as long as you're an active fighter, you can't broadcast. But I see beat-out, but I see what? So what does that say?
Virgil.
But first of all, I want to say this. When I talk about HBO, it has nothing to do with Peter Nelson. I think Peter Nelson is the one that will take HBO further. If they let him use his brilliant mind, if they don't contain him, I'm not saying they are, but if they are, they're making a mistake containing him, right? I think he has the vision, I think he has the youth, I think he has the fortitude to take the company further, but sometimes, the old suits can strangle you. So when I talk about HBO, exclude Peter Nelson, because I think he is the one that'll move them forward if they back up and say, take us forward. So there's nothing to do with him.
Do you feel appreciated, and if you're aware of Mayweather's recent statements, he felt to criticize you as a trainer. Do you feel appreciated as a trainer, and what do you take to Mayweather's criticism casted upon you? What do you make of it?
Well, first of all, I never even responded to that because I have tapes where I'm broadcasting and he's saying the opposite. So I'll just go with the tape. I can't mentally, maturity-wise, I can't go that down, way down there and address an impulsive statement like that. That's just too far back. I'm 63. It'd take me to be 40 to go, 35 to go all the way back and to address that. So I'll just take what he said on TV right to my face, and it's right there. So that's the statement I appreciate. Why the other statement? Only he can answer that. But it's.
Did it surprise you in any way? Did you ever have a run-in with him that you maybe he had let you know he felt that kind of
No,
way?
I don't have run-in with people at all.
Did it surprise you a little bit? Or?
Nothing surprises me at all. It's part of the game. You know, I think that he would probably be able to answer those questions better than me. I live my life each and every day. There's a lot to me that people don't know about my boxing ability or anything else. So I tend to keep that to myself. I'm very secure. Very secure. And I'm just proud to be in the sport, happy to be in the sport, and continue to grow in the sport. I like learning every day. I never saw this coming 20 years ago. So what do I have to complain about or get mad because somebody has an impulsive day? You see? But I'll take the day that, he sat there at the broadcast and said that Virgil did an excellent job with Andre Berto, did an excellent job with Andre Ward. He's a good coach. I'll take that one. It's live and it's living color.
With Andre Ward being pushed out of his division, Canelo willingly is moving up out of his division. He's going to meet Chavez Jr. at a catch weight of 164.5 pounds. What do you make of this fight?
Not much. It's no reading there. Who can get an accurate reading on the decisions that are made? So you just take it as they put it out. Canelo versus the son of a legend. You just leave it right there. And if the governing bodies and everybody else is fine with it, then it just gives you a good idea of what kind of sport we're in. Where people can maneuver and pretty much do what they want. So,
but you
can't knock Canelo. I can't knock him. I mean, if he can get away with it, get away with it. What that does to his legacy, I don't know. But that's really you guys.
Yeah.
Have to. But when you go, the way the game is set up today, not too many riders are independent and they can speak for themselves. They don't have the money to get their own ticket. What it is, or maybe they like the lunches. I don't know.
Yeah.
But coming from an era of the Dumfies and the Cosales, who pretty much told it like it was. The sport has changed quite a bit, but it is what it is. And I just heard today, 15 million, take it or leave it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think even that's unfair because you wouldn't make what you make. Whatever you're going to make, you wouldn't make it without his popularity. You see? If he wasn't who he was, you wouldn't be making what you were making. So it's a leverage thing right now. It's pretty simple on the board, they just wait till he gets old. Or hope somebody, knocks him off, something like that.
As for Junior, does he stand any chance in that fight? Or do you feel that it's just what you're saying?
Listen, when's the last time he weighed 165?
I think it's been a good 2 years maybe or so.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Okay. And he's had problems even making 168, right? So again, I'll fight you, but you're gonna kill yourself to fight me, So it's gonna guarantee me a win. But he does have a good conditioning coach who has knowledge, and he's just coming off a fight. I hear he's weighing 180, and if they do it right, it could backfire. Chavez could come in the bigger man, and he could very well, win that fight.
Could that victory over Canelo remove him from his father's shadow of just being, like you said, the son of a legend? Could a win over Canelo make him more than just that and make him his own legacy, his own entity alone, aside from his father's?
Well, You know, so far he hasn't stepped away from his father's shadow. He almost got close because, you know, I deem Chavez to be a pretty good fighter. He's got good technique. He's tough. He's durable. You know, and anything can happen on any given night. You know. But at the same time, I understand Golden Boy's position. It's not smart for Canelo to have a loss yet. You know, so the ones who, the best 154, which I don't know, but I'll just choose one at random. Demetrius, for instance. You know, they wouldn't dare fight at all.
Why is that?
Well, it'll be a beat. It'll be a beat. But they'll, you know, what does he bring to the table? But if you're the draw, really it doesn't matter who you fight. You should still get the same money.
Yeah.
So, that's why when getting back to Andre, we fought the best. With no, you got to make this, or no, you have to catch this weight, or no, we've come from the underdog and done it. So when I look at the other side of it, it is what it is. But hopefully it'll change, you know. Look, Canelo is a good fighter. He has the potential to be great. But the only way you're going to be great is to face your opponent when he's at his best. If you won't face him at his best, you'll never be great. You might be the cash cow because the great Hispanic fans will ensure that. You might be the cash cow. They will ensure that. And that's the true blessing that he has, you know, a fan base. But you'll never be great if you have to make the other fighter make concessions to fight. Because the great ones never did that.